Hey guys, in the last video we went ahead and installed and set up WordPress. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start to create our theme files and enable the theme. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm using Sublime Text. I'm going to add my project folder so that we can access the files easily. We're going to go to, let's see, my C drive, amps, www, and WP themes. Alright, and then the folder that you want to create your theme in is going to be in WP content and then themes. Okay, you can see we have the three themes that come with WordPress already installed. Alright, so what we're going to do is create a new folder and we're going to call this simple. Okay, that's going to be the name of our theme. Now there's two files that you absolutely need in order to enable your theme. So one is going to be style.css, and then the other one is going to be index.php. Okay, now the reason we need style CSS is because that's where all of our declarations go. So the theme name, the description, things like that. So what we can do is open up a comment block just like that, and then we can put in some fields. Actually, let me pull up the documentation here. Okay, so this here includes all of the different fields that you can use. Okay, so we're not going to use all of these. They're not all required. I'm pretty sure the theme name is all that's required, but it's good to have some other information as well. So let's say theme name, and we're going to call it simple. Okay, we're also going to have an author, and you can put your own name there if you'd like. We'll have an author URI. So if you're creating themes for clients, you'd probably want to put your company website there. We can have a description. Okay, we'll say very simple WordPress theme. And let's do version 1.0. Alright, so let's go ahead and save that. Now just having this is going to allow WordPress to see your theme. If we go back into our back end and we go to appearance and then themes, you'll see that our simple theme is here and we can actually activate it. Now in order for a screenshot to show up here, you need to put an image in the root of your theme folder and call it screenshot.png. Alright, so I've included a sample screenshot in your files, which I have here on my desktop, which is just a quick Photoshop image that I created that just says simple theme. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm going to cut that and I'm going to put that in our theme folder. So I'm going to go to my server root, go to WP themes, WP content, themes, and then simple. And I'm just going to paste that in there. Alright, and then if we go back to the back end and reload, now you can see that we have a screenshot. Well, it's not really a screenshot, but it's an image. Alright, now if we go ahead and activate our theme, go to our front end, reload, we get absolutely nothing because we haven't added any code. Our theme just contains nothing. It's completely blank. Alright, now if I was to go in our index.php and say test, save, reload, you can see we get test. Okay, so it's reading our index.php file by default. Now what we want to do is start to create our HTML structure. So let's put in some just core HTML tags. We have our doc type, we have an HTML tag, head tags, body tags, and we have title tags. Now first thing I'm going to do, starting at the top, is our HTML tags. Sometimes you want to include a language here, and WordPress has a function that we can actually include here to make this dynamic. So we can do PHP language attributes, okay, which is a function, and that will determine the language that we want the theme to display. All right, now in the title, you probably want this to be dynamic. You probably want it to have your site name and so on. So what we can do is we can say PHP, and we can use a function called blog info. And this is really useful because it has a bunch of things that you can get, such as the site name, the description, the character set, URLs, and the list goes on. You can actually look at the documentation to see exactly what it includes. But what we're going to use is name. Okay, so if we save that and we go back and reload, you look in the title, it says WordPress Dev. If you remember, that's what we called the site. All right, so it's going to display the name. So let's go back to our head tag and continue. Okay, we're going to want a character set. So we're going to say meta char set, and then we can use blog info here as well. You could say blog info and then just pass in char set. All right. And then if we save that and we go and look at our source code using Control U, you can look at both. The language attributes says we're using English, US, and the character set is UTF-8. Okay, so those things can now be controlled from within WordPress. So the next thing I want to do is I want to include our style sheet. Okay, so we have this style CSS file. We actually need it. But if we go in and let's say we say body background black, if we save that and we reload, we're not getting a black background. Okay, it's not being read. So in order for that style sheet to be seen, we're going to say link rel equals style sheet. And then for the href, what we're going to do is we're going to say PHP blog info, and in here we want to say style sheet underscore URL. All right, and that's going to get it from the correct location. So let's save that, reload, and now we see a black background. Okay, so whatever we put in our style sheet is now going to register. Now the last thing that I want to put in the head tag is a function called WP underscore head. Alright, and what that does is that puts any additional information that is needed into the head. So when you install a plugin and let's say it needs to include a style sheet or it needs to do something in the head, this is where it'll come out. Okay, so when they create plugins, you can have stuff pop out right in the head. Alright, so if we look at the source code here, you'll see that we have a bunch of other stuff now, and this is all coming from that WP head. If I go ahead and take that out and go back and reload, it just gives us just what we have here. Alright, so you're going to need that WP head. So that part of the template is done. In the next video, we're going to start to build out the body. I'll show you how to grab posts, create menus, and so on. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video.